They shot my son 7 times. 7 times. Like he didn't matter. But my son matters.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. You just heard the father of a 29-year-old black man who is now paralyzed after being shot in the back by police. The shooting in Wisconsin was caught on camera and has set off a wave of anger in cities across the United States. At times, it's been fiery. The unrest in the city of Kenosha, where Jacob Blake was shot Sunday evening, has destroyed or damaged dozens of businesses. Blake's mother says her son would be unpleased with violent demonstrations. She also called on protesters, police, and politicians to find unity and not resort to hate.
Do Jacob justice on this level and examine your hearts.
Yes.
We need healing.
It's been a long summer with a spotlight on racial injustice in America. And as Eric Sorensen reports, this incident sharpens the political divide as the U.S. presidential race heats up.
A second night of unrest, fires, and defiance of a curfew in the name of Jacob Blake.
Say his name! Jacob Blake!
And once more, angry protests have spread to other American cities, as they did after the death of George Floyd. In a summer of increasing awareness around the Black Lives Matter movement, another police incident has unnerved many Americans.
It makes you scared. Like, I fear for myself, I fear for my other black brothers and sisters.
The circumstances aren't fully known, but there's evidence Jacob Blake, a black man, was shot by police multiple times in the back.
My kids is in the car.
The description by Blake's fiancée is gut-wrenching.
And so that officer grabbed Jacob by his t-shirt and turned his head and just as many times as he felt like it.
Blake is reportedly paralyzed from the waist down, though it's unclear if that's permanent. There have been no charges. The officers involved have been put on administrative leave. Blake's lawyer says the shooting is all too familiar.
We keep saying this after every tragedy. We can't have a justice system for black America and one for white America.
Barely 2 months before the U.S. presidential election, the protests are reigniting the battle over public perception around race and violence. Democrats are urging peaceful protest.
Black Lives Matter!
For George Floyd,
Last week at their convention, Democrats pledged to address race and justice.
We've got to do the work to fulfill that promise of equal justice under law.
This week, a very different message at the Republican National Convention.
America is not a racist country.
Rioters must not be allowed to destroy our cities.
Republicans are warning of a dark future if Joe Biden is elected, even featuring the couple who brandished weapons against Black Lives Matter protesters.
Your family will not be safe in the radical Democrats' America.
The unrest sparked by the shooting is happening on President Donald Trump's watch. Democrats say Trump has fanned the flames of racial injustice. But scenes of violence also played to a Republican message of fear in Middle America. Eric Sorensen, Global News, Toronto.